Everybody, how you doing? Mikey's back with a snuff review. Today, I feel like snuffing a little bit, and I have some stuff here I had on order. Haven't tried yet. Today we are trying, let me sure I'm pronouncing this right, Dholakia Tobacco Company. Dholakia Tobacco out of India. This is their Gin and Tonic nasal snuff. Dholakia, Indian tobacco. I got this off Mr. Snuff. It was on sale. It was cheap. This is a 25 gram can. It's the only size they had. I think it was $3, maybe $4. It wasn't very much. So, and not much information on this, on the packaging itself. Remove said cellophane. Smoke-free snuff tobacco. Manufactured by Dholakia Tobacco Limited in India. It has an email address and a website. It says Dholakia Tobacco Nasal Snuff, Gin and Tonic, 25 grams, made in India. That's it for information, plus the obligatory warning label. No expiration on the back, although nasal snuff tends to last practically forever. I got tins that are years old and they're perfectly fine. They might get a little drier, and the nicotine may want to be a little more potent, it almost seems like. Sometimes you think it loses its potency. Some stuff it gathers its little nicotine buddies and creeps up on you the longer you have it. Not sure why. And, oh wow, they packed that thing to the brim. Look at that. This does not have that floral, perfumey Indian nasal snuff aroma you're used to. This smells like a gin and tonic with a little bit of lime, maybe. But yeah, I'm definitely getting that juniper gin aroma coming out of here. Wow, look at that. It's very, how dry is that? Ooh, that's like, that is packed tight. Wow, look at that. I'm having to like scrape the top here to loosen it up. It is just packed tight. They gave you an incredible amount. Now, I forgot my crackhead snuff spoon, but the wonderful thing about using snuff is that worst case scenario, you can use your fingers. Or, in a case like this, I'll pull out my pipe tamper tool and use it. But man, this stuff's packed in so tight, I'm having to like break it up a little bit into snuffable. At least get the top layer. Wow. Has moisture, not much. It's fairly dry, touch of moisture content in there. But all in all, extremely well packed. This can, it's like a little piece of, they tried to concrete it in there and having to scrape it to loosen it up. Anyway. Ooh. Sinuses are clear. Wow, that was the nicotine hit on this is pretty good. It's not over the top, but it's just like, whoop, hi, we're nicotine. We're here to wake you up. Oh, man. You know, when you find a stuff made in India that doesn't smell like your grandma's perfume closet, they're not bad. It's the overly perfumed ones. I have a problem with some of those. The aroma is just way over the top for me. I'm walking around for hours, okay, it's either the snuff still in my nose or there's a grandma who uses too much perfume walking by me here. I don't know which it is. And it's usually the snuff still lingering in my nose. That aroma sticks with you for a long time. This is quite pleasant. Smells like gin. Oh, yeah. Now, if you've never taken nasal snuff, easiest way to do it, if you don't have a spoon or a stick or something, is just take a little pinch between your fingers, like that. Put it up to your nose, and like you're sniffing a flower. And you pull it in. Don't go, otherwise you'll yank it all the way back there. Just like you're getting a good sniff off a flower. Yeah. Pulls that into your nasal passages up in here. It sticks. You get the nicotine transfer from the sinus cavity. You get the aroma, which is what they give you here. Like this is a wonderful gin aroma. It's not real strong. Nicotine content on nasal snuff is not real high, but it's a very intense burst. You get a quick, intense hit of nicotine, and then it fades very, quite quickly. That's why snuffers are usually continuing to snuff. Yeah. Another method for taking, if you don't want to put it on your fingers, you can get little bits here on the back of your hand, like so, and then you just off the back of your hand. The trick is not to just rocket it in there. A lot of new guys, especially me, when I started with nasal snuff years ago, I was just snorting that crap way up there. It got so far back in your sinuses, just burned, sneezing, wheezing. Yeah. Now, just a light sniff on the flower, and up it goes. And it's quite refreshing. The nicotine hit is nice. Some of them hit harder than others, depending on their content, but it's a short, intense burst of nicotine. You're not going to walk around for an hour like, oh man, I'm still getting the nicotine. No, it just lasts minutes, if that. Just because of the way it's absorbed, and the fact that when you're snuffing it, you're pulling in so little. I mean, you're pulling in just a pinch, a little tiny pinch. Some guys, when they're getting into it, they start sniffing, larger pieces. Some guys get up to like the size of a pea or a small pea, and they start snuffing that. I'm more of a smaller pincher kind of guy, but yeah, Dholakia. This is my first time with Dholakia. This brand, they did a good job on this snuff. I'm impressed. It's not perfumey. It's just a nice gin. Gin's made from juniper berries. It's got that juniper gin aroma to it. Nice, refreshing. I'm not detecting any menthol. If there's any menthol or camphor in here, it's very little. I can't really detect it, but it's very pleasant on the nose. That gin and tonic aroma. It's more gin, less tonic. I can't really detect where the tonic is coming from, but all in all, this is pretty good. And it's a 25-gram Tim. The stuff I've been storing right here, you probably could not even tell it was missing from this can. It's going to take me a long time to go through this, which is fine by me. I'm okay with that. A lot of my snuffs, I think I've emptied one snuff tin in my entire life, on purposely by snorting. Now I've spilled a couple, yeah, and I've given away some. Introducing friends to nasal. Oh man, that's really good. Here, take the tin. I got more at home. Help yourself. Yeah, but yeah, it's a very pleasant way to take tobacco. If you're in an area that you can't really get a smoke, you can't get a dip, you can't get a chew, and sometimes just nice, easy, discreet. I mean, they make little tap tins for these if you don't want to carry around the entire can. On my main page, down there, the channels that I like. One of them is Snooze at Home. He 3D prints tap tins and snooze boxes to try, or snuff boxes, yeah. And check out his stuff. That's part of the way he funds his channel is he 3D prints those and he sells them on eBay or Etsy or whatnot. So might be worth a shot. Dholakia nasal snuff, gin and tonic. I like this. I got a couple of others from this brand, and if they're along the same line, not bad stuff. And it's dirt cheap. Dirt cheap. shipping costs more than the container. Let me just put it that way. Anyway, this is Mikey. If you enjoy the content, be sure to like and subscribe. I appreciate it. Do have a Patreon page down there in the links. I also have my Facebook page down there in the description. So be sure to check those out if you are so inclined. No pressure. I will catch you all later with another snooze, snuff, dip, or chew review. Or maybe a nicotine pouch or an alternative product, depending on what I happen to grab from all of that laying back there. That stuff I haven't tried yet. And unfortunately, most of it's tobacco alternatives because I went on a buying bender. But there is some other stuff in there. I got a couple of experiments brewing too, so catch y'all later. Take care. Bye.